Hi, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome to my new series called My Journey. Most of you know me as a teacher, counselor, mentor, leader, something like that. But there's a whole nother side to me. When I was growing up, it was all about basketball. You see these cats behind me? My all-time five. We can debate that another day. But this right here, this was everything to me. See, for me, basketball wasn't a sport. It wasn't entertainment. It was a way of life. That started in my house. All that credit goes to Bebe. Who is that? It's my big brother. That's what we used to call him. His government name is Clee Arthur Lane Jr. But my journey in basketball does not exist without this man. So he and I are 10 years apart. So by the time I was old enough to understand or watch sports, things like that, I was about 6 or 7. He's in high school at the peak of his powers. He started showing me drills when I was probably 4 or 5, little dribbling drills, little ball handling drills. I go to practices and stuff, hang out with him. And all I knew is that whatever it is he was doing, it seemed really cool. There was girls around, there was music playing, and people just seemed to be having a whole lot of fun. This is back when, the song Basketball was out and it wasn't what it is now. It wasn't about shoe contracts and growing your brand. It was just about hooping. And I just saw it looked like fun. I said, I want to do that. And so fortunately, I learned all the fundamentals really, really early. By the time I played on my first team, I knew more than most coaches. But my big brother taught me that. Again, being 10 years older, man, whatever he told me to do, I did. Whether it was running with a weight jacket on or running in the middle of the high heat, super hot outside, to sweat out calories, whatever. I did it. Once I got to the point where I was like, man, I can hoop a little bit. I was like, well, but why is he doing all this practicing? What does he do with it? So then I followed him to the park. Shout out to Lindo Park, 19th Avenue in Southern Southside, Phoenix, Arizona. Some of the best ballers I've ever seen. You probably have never heard of them. They ain't big time to you. But I went up there, man, I'm watching guys dunk and people hit jump shots and go to the hole. And wasn't a whole lot of fouls called. Not all that punk stuff. Oh, foul, you hit me on the finger. No. You had to go hard. You had to play hard. You had to be tough. So my whole understanding of basketball was built from Bebe, my big brother, Lindo Park. You play a certain way. You compete always. And that's it. It was real simple for us. By the time I got to middle school, I was a pretty good player, all that stuff. But I always hearkened back to what I thought basketball was. And that credit has to go to South Mountain High School. This is back when they were the Running Rebels. They're no longer called the Running Rebels because that's not politically correct. They're called the Jaguars. They ain't no doggone Jaguars to me. They're the Running Rebels. They had the coldest basketball players I ever seen. My brother ran point, so he was the maestro. He set everything up. I mean, they had shooters, they had slashers, and they had a dude on the team, man, named Vernon Johnson. And I'm not a leaper. I had a little bit of balance, but I wasn't going to do no fancy nothing. This dude, Vernon Johnson, man, he had the most hops I've ever seen in my life. I could have swore he was 7 feet tall because he dunked so easily. This dude would just bash on people, man. That's it. So imagine Friday night, I'm sitting with the cheerleaders because my brother got all the clout in the world. I'm sitting around all these pretty girls, and I'm right front center watching the game. And I'm watching Vernon dunk on people. I'm watching Albert Springs hit jumpers. And I'm watching my brother dish everybody off. And then he would hit a bucket every now and then. But just the atmosphere, I was like, man, when I grow up, I want to be a part of that. And that's what basketball is to me. So when people ask me, what do you think about this player? Ask me about that player. That's my reference point. My older brother, Lindo Park, South Mountain High School. So it's hard for me to say, Jason Tatum is nice. Well, he don't bring enough intensity for me. He don't really do it when it's clutch time. Or if you try to tell me, Ben Simmons has got all kind of, I never saw it. That's nothing against these players. But for me, I don't care how inefficient he is. I'll play with Russell Westbrook any day of the week. Give me somebody that goes hard like that. Give me a Giannis. Shoot, give me Jokic, man. Give me somebody that plays ball. I don't want dudes who just look good and load management and all that kind of stuff. And see, that's the part of me that a lot of people don't understand. I take those values into everything I do. Teamwork, intensity, passion, love for what you do. So when you have been in Mr. Payton's class, or you've ever met me in person, or you know me, and you're like, man, where does that come from? That's where it comes from. It comes from my big brother, comes from my park, Lindo, and comes from watching the Running Rebels at South Mountain High School. Again, basketball is a way of life for me. And I was looking at these videos, I'm like, man, you know what? There's a side of me people don't know on here. So I need to get that out. So look forward to my next set of videos. They're going to be all about my journey in basketball as a coach, as a player, and just as a fan of the sport that really shaped who I was socially. I hope everybody's enjoying my channel. Hope you guys are liking my videos. Hope you're subscribing to my videos. I'll see you soon. Everybody take care.